Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Finally, after months of circling each other, Rick Lansing, Rick Hurst, and Ava Jerome, Maura West, have become lovers. The sparks started to fly almost immediately after Rick decided to defend Ava in a case that found her accused of intentionally pushing Christina Corinthos, Kate Mansi, out of a window while pregnant. It was only a matter of time before these two would cross beyond the line of client and attorney. Rick originally took Ava's case to prove to his daughter that her baby's death was a horrible accident and not the result of a criminal act on Ava's part. Along the way, Ava was honest about the horrible things that she has done in the past. Instead of pretending to be a better version of herself, Ava got real and showed remorse about many things. Rick eventually realized that Ava was like a mirror image of himself. The details may be different, but the position that they both hold in Port Charles is very similar. They are isolated due to their past decisions and vilified everywhere that they go. He understands Ava without her having to explain why she does the things that she does. Rick plays the long game, while Ava lives in the moment and makes emotional decisions. She is desperate to get custody of her daughter back from Sonny Corinthos. Maurice Bernard, Rick, has guided her toward the solid things that will help her case, like moving out of a hotel and into an apartment with a bedroom for Avery. He also showed up in the nick of time and prevented Ava from catching a kidnapping charge when she wanted to take Avery to show her the new apartment after a not-so-accidental meeting in the park. Rick literally dragged Ava away before she could set herself back. Back at Ava's new apartment, Rick told her that he would take her custody case pro bono and that he is her only shot at getting Avery back, so she needs to get out of her own way and let him do it. Ava paused and then responded with a passionate kiss that Rick was quite happy to match. General Hospital has been lacking in the romance department lately, so it was great to see a couple that makes sense share a real moment. What do you think is next for Ava and Rick? Will they cave into the obvious and become a real couple, or will they go back to the cat and mouse game? General Hospital has been known for its dramatic twists and emotional roller coasters, and one of the most recent developments that has fans buzzing is the intense and passionate moment between Rick Lansing and Ava Jerome. The long-running soap opera has always been a breeding ground for unexpected relationships, but this one has left viewers on the edge of their seats, wondering what happens next for these two characters. In this article, we'll dive deep into their complicated relationship, the events that led to their passionate encounter, and what fans can expect from Rick and Ava in the coming weeks. Rick Lansing and Ava Jerome. A complex history. Before we get into the fiery moment that changed everything, let's take a quick look at the history of Rick Lansing and Ava Jerome. Both characters have had tumultuous lives, filled with betrayal, heartbreak, and personal struggles. Rick, the younger brother of Detective Sonny Corinthos, is a lawyer who has found himself on both sides of the law throughout his time in Port Charles. Ava, on the other hand, is a manipulative and cunning mob princess with a tragic past that has shaped her into the complex character she is today. Rick and Ava have had a complicated relationship from the start. They've crossed paths several times throughout the years, but their connection was often one of mutual distrust. Ava's association with the dangerous world of the mob has never been something that Rick could easily ignore, and Rick's moral compass often clashed with Ava's willingness to bend or break the rules. At the same time, the undeniable chemistry between them has always lingered, adding fuel to the fire that would eventually erupt into the passionate moment viewers witnessed. The build-up, the moments leading to the passionate encounter. Rick and Ava's heated moment didn't happen overnight. Their chemistry has been building for months, and fans have been picking up on the growing tension between the two. Both characters have gone through significant personal struggles that led them to seek solace in one another. Rick, who had been dealing with the fallout of his troubled marriage and complicated family dynamics, was in a vulnerable place when he crossed paths with Ava. Ava, too, has been dealing with her own demons. After the loss of her daughter, Kiki Jerome, she's been spiraling emotionally. Ava's need for control and power has been tested time and again, and her desire for something real and passionate has been at the forefront of her mind. While she's not one to show vulnerability easily, Rick's presence has consistently been one of the few things that can make her let her guard down. The events leading up to their passionate encounter were charged with emotion. The couple found themselves in a vulnerable state during a particularly trying moment in both of their lives. A late-night conversation turned into a heated exchange, and the emotional intensity of the moment finally reached its peak. In a flash, they gave in to their feelings, and what followed was a passionate kiss that sent shockwaves through both of them. This kiss was the culmination of everything that had been building between them. For Rick, it was a moment of liberation from the emotional turmoil he had been enduring. For Ava, it was a moment of release from the pressure of being in control all the time. The passion they shared was raw, unfiltered, and, above all, deeply genuine. The fallout: what happens next? After Rick and Ava gave in to their passions, the big question on everyone's mind is, what happens next? It's no secret that their past is riddled with complications, and a relationship between them will undoubtedly have its ups and downs. The fallout from their passionate encounter could go in several different directions, and General Hospital fans are eagerly awaiting to see how it all unfolds. 1. The repercussions of their actions. One of the first things to consider is the fallout from their physical encounter. Rick and Ava are both deeply entrenched in the dangerous and unpredictable world of Port Charles. While their passionate moment may have been emotionally driven, it's likely to have serious repercussions. For Rick, he's part of the Corinthos family, which means that any relationship he gets involved in is bound to attract attention. Sonny, his brother, has a complicated history with Ava, and he won't be pleased if he finds out about this new development. Rick is also deeply tied to the legal world, and his connection to someone like Ava could jeopardize his professional reputation. There's also the question of how his ex-wife Elizabeth Weber and their children will react to the news, given their already complicated family dynamics. Ava, too, has her own set of consequences to face. She is a key player in the mob world and has several enemies who would be quick to exploit any weakness. Her emotional connection to Rick could put a target on his back, and she may find herself forced to choose between her newfound feelings and her commitment to the world she's built. Ava is also still dealing with the aftermath of Kiki's death, and getting emotionally involved with someone like Rick could potentially cloud her judgment. 2. The emotional consequences. Beyond the physical repercussions, the emotional consequences of their passion will be equally significant. Rick and Ava are not the type of people to easily let their guard down, and being vulnerable with one another may force them to confront feelings they've long ignored. For Rick, this relationship with Ava could bring out feelings of longing for a deeper connection that he's never been able to fully realize. Throughout his time in Port Charles, Rick has had difficulty maintaining healthy, lasting relationships. His marriage to Elizabeth was marked by deceit and betrayal, and his prior love interests have often been tangled in drama. Ava could represent the kind of emotional release he has been searching for, but it's clear that their connection won't be without complications. Ava, on the other hand, may find herself struggling with the idea of letting someone into her heart. Her cold, calculating persona has been a shield for years, protecting her from the pain of loss and heartbreak. But Rick is someone who could break through her walls and give her the emotional connection she desperately needs. The question is, can she allow herself to trust him? And even if she does, can Rick handle the unpredictable nature of Ava's life? 3. The return of old enemies. Another major factor in the future of Rick and Ava's relationship is the potential return of old enemies. General Hospital is notorious for bringing back past characters, and it's not hard to imagine that some of the people from Rick and Ava's past could resurface to complicate things. For Rick, his complicated history with his brother Sonny could play a significant role in how things unfold. If Sonny finds out about Rick and Ava's passion, it could lead to a major family rift. Ava, meanwhile, has no shortage of enemies. Her tumultuous history with her brother Julian Jerome, as well as her involvement in the mob, means that she has several people who would want to see her fail. If anyone in Ava's world gets wind of her relationship with Rick, it could ignite a dangerous chain of events that puts both of their lives in jeopardy. 4. The future of Rick and Ava's relationship. While the future of Rick and Ava's relationship is uncertain, there are a few key elements that will undoubtedly shape their journey moving forward. One of the most compelling aspects of their connection is the undeniable chemistry they share. It's clear that their passion for one another is more than just physical. It's emotional too. However, The question remains whether that connection is strong enough to overcome the challenges they will face. For Rick and Ava to have a future together, they will need to confront their own emotional baggage. Rick will need to come to terms with his own feelings of inadequacy and failure, while Ava will have to decide whether she's willing to open up and trust someone else. Their relationship will likely be full of ups and downs, but if they can navigate the obstacles in their way, they could have a future filled with passion, love, and perhaps even redemption. Conclusion: a passionate future? As Rick and Ava give in to their passion, fans are left wondering what's next for them. Will they be able to maintain a relationship amidst the chaos of their lives? Or will their passion burn out just as quickly as it ignited? The answer is likely to be a roller coaster ride of emotions, intrigue, and suspense as General Hospital continues to explore the complexity of these two characters. For now, it's clear that Rick and Ava's story is far from over. Their passionate encounter marks the beginning of a new chapter in their relationship, one that promises plenty of drama, excitement, and unexpected twists. Whether this will be a love story for the ages or a brief fling caught in the whirlwind of their lives, only time will tell. One thing is certain: the chemistry between Rick and Ava is undeniable, and their journey will keep fans eagerly tuned in for more. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our GH News 24 YouTube channel for more update news.